When it comes to the greatest sports anime and manga, you might be thinking something like Hajime no Ippo, or Haikyuu, or Kuroko no Basket. Hopefully you're not thinking about that one. But there's only one correct answer, and the answer is Slam Dunk, and in this video, I'm gonna tell you why. But first, I want to thank the sponsor for this video, the Slam Dunk mobile game available on the Huawei app gallery. With the Slam Dunk mobile game, you can play 3v3 or 5v5 games with your favorite characters from the Slam Dunk series. Each character has different signature skills, and you can unlock more as you go. And now for a limited time, there are free daily coupons available for the game if you download the app through the Huawei app gallery. Currently, you can get a £1 coupon for orders over £4, a £4 coupon for orders over £19, and a £15 coupon for orders over £60. These coupons refresh daily and are available from now until February 28th. In addition, you can also join the app gallery VIP club for various benefits such as 15% Huawei point cashback rewards on your monthly spending. To get access to these coupons, you will need to first download the Huawei app gallery on your Android device. Finally, just create a Huawei account, download the Slam Dunk app, and you'll be able to claim these free daily coupons. Now, it's important to note that these coupons are currently only available for people from the UK, so be sure you're selecting that region to be eligible. Now, if you're not from the UK, you can still get access to these coupons. All you need to do is utilize a VPN, connect to a UK IP, and you'll also have access to these free daily coupons. The coupons are linked in the description below, and again, it's only available until February 28th, so go claim them while you still can. So, out of all the reasons that Slam Dunk is the GOAT for me, one of the strongest reasons is nostalgia. Not gonna lie, it's something I grew up watching. I watched it a lot as a kid, and I'm definitely biased. But aren't we all to our favorite series? Plus, this is not really a knock for Slam Dunk because for many people, it's a very nostalgic thing. When Slam Dunk first came out in the 90s, it was popular across the world. Ironically, I feel like the US was the only place it really didn't gain any traction. But throughout Asia, South America, a lot of people grew up watching this show, and it actually introduced basketball to a lot of people. The popularity of it speaks to what kind of story Slam Dunk is. It's funny, it's relatable, it's got the hype to back it up, making it enjoyable and consumable by people of all ages. Slam Dunk really captures what makes basketball great. Not only that, it captures as a whole what makes playing a sport great. The ups and downs of playing for the team, suffering a loss, the great celebrations after a win, and getting a great moment. The process of falling in love with your first sport, working hard to achieve new goals, and the satisfaction when you finally do. And to tie it all together, it's incredibly entertaining because of its comedy and plot development. So let's get to some of the other elements that make Slam Dunk the GOAT in my opinion. First off, authenticity. If you're a basketball fan, you're gonna recognize right away that Slam Dunk stays true to the sport. If any of you ever watched Kuroko no Basket, which ironically I still kinda enjoyed, it had its funny moments and its hype moments, but that show was not realistic at all. It was not a good introduction to basketball. One of the guys in the show literally had this skill that broke the rules of the game. When I saw, I was like, you can't do that. But Slam Dunk is nothing like that. It's just regular basketball, nothing outrageous, yet it still delivers with the hype. See, the author Takehiko Inoue actually played basketball himself. Ironically, he did it to try to pick up girls, which is what the MC of the show does. But not only did Inoue play basketball, he really loved the sport and followed the game. And he followed the NBA during a time when it was popping off. Bird versus Magic, the Bad Boy Pistons, the emergence of Michael Jordan. And through Slam Dunk, you can clearly see the inspirations taken from the players of that era. The main character, Sakuragi Hanamichi, is pretty much a parallel to Dennis Rodman. They even have the same number. A lot of people connect Rukawa to Michael Jordan. Akagi is pretty much a mirror of Patrick Ewing, and there's many other players where you can see their play styles are definitely inspired by actual people. Inoue also does a great job of implementing basketball knowledge at different levels. During the games, you'll actually see strategies being played out like box and ones and zones. But at the same time, through the main character, Sakuragi, who's a complete noob at the game, you learn a lot of basics of the game. The anime also complements it really well with these little animations of essentially teaching you basketball skills, so it's definitely a series where depending on your basketball knowledge, you can still enjoy the show. Another sports series that did this really well was Haikyuu. Haikyuu had a major impact on the sport of volleyball in Japan. Previously, it was kind of this niche sport that not many people took seriously, but due to the popularity of the show, a lot more people started playing volleyball. While Slam Dunk might have not had the same exact effect, it definitely contributed to the popularity of basketball in Japan. It's definitely no coincidence that Slam Dunk and the NBA were both rising in popularity at the exact same time. But of course, just being an authentic show is not gonna keep the people interested, so in comes the next element, which is comedy. This is the element I feel like Slam Dunk does better than any other sports manga. And honestly, it does better than a lot of comedy manga as well. Like, the jokes in this show are consistent and they're consistently funny. I remember laughing a lot when I was a kid, but even to this day, when I go and watch the series, it's still funny stuff. I don't really even know how to explain it. It's just this really goofy, dumb humor that just works. Some of it might be even too edgy for today's day and age, to be honest. But yeah, it's just that silly humor that really works and makes a kid laugh, and you could laugh at it as an adult as well. But at the same time, it doesn't really take you out of the story because it actually fits the character personalities. It's kind of this stabilizing force throughout the story, and it really balances out the serious and hype moments, which is why it's such an easy series to read and watch for me. Even when you don't have those hype moments, you get those funny moments that keep you entertained. But don't get me wrong, Slam Dunk is not without its share of hype. With any sports manga or anime, you're gonna need that hype. That's what really gets the people going. It's the essence of sports, and it's the essence of basketball as well that Inoue captures really, really well. What makes basketball so enjoyable is that it's a game of runs. You have these ups and downs by both teams, the comebacks, the crowd going at these peak moments. And with basketball, you have so many opportunities with these capitalizing moments of hype, either a deep three or a block or a slam dunk, which is literally the title of the series. There's other sports series that might deliver hype more consistently, like Haikyuu and Hajime no Ippo, but Slam Dunk definitely has its fair share of hype moments, and they all hit really well because of plot development. See, at the end of the day, you can have the hype, you can have the comedy, but it's not a complete story if you don't have good plot and characters. And Slam Dunk definitely has that. The main character is Sakuragi Hanamichi, a pretty unique MC in my opinion, especially for a sports series. He's this absolute delinquent that knows nothing about basketball. And like I mentioned before, he actually starts to play basketball to try to impress a girl, Haruko. So this is not a series where you get this genius person that is just good at everything and dominates everybody. And off the bat, he's not really that hardworking underdog that you constantly want to root for either, because he's incredibly arrogant. He's not really in basketball to become good at basketball. The one thing he has going for him is that he's very tall, strong, and athletic. But besides that, he literally has no basketball skills at all. And yet he still insists that he's an absolute genius, which early on leads to a lot of funny moments of him like trying to do something good but ending up doing something bad. But you build off of that. Throughout the story, Sakuragi slowly but surely falls in love with the sport of basketball. He learns about the joys of winning and the lows of losing, and what it's really like to work hard and have your hard work pay off, and how to really work together with his teammates to achieve the win rather than to just be impressive and win the girl over. This development is really entertaining, and it really draws you in because you fall in love with basketball through Sakuragi. But besides Sakuragi, you actually have Rukawa, a more classic shonen character. He's actually the genius, the first year that's an absolute stud, the guy that the girl is actually crushing on, but he is just all about ball his life, so he doesn't care about anything else. And while that does make him a little generic, he does balance out Sakuragi really well. Because they're on the same team and still rivals, you're kind of rooting for Sakuragi to like catch up in some ways because Rukawa is always getting the shine. On top of that, their rivalry is not only funny, but seeing them develop as teammates is really satisfying as well. And he also has his own character development as well. He has that drive and ambition to become the greatest of all time, and you definitely see him internally struggling to try to just be greater and greater. And I feel like some people can connect with this character a little more and see him as a lot more motivating. But yeah, overall the cast in general is just very well developed. Because this is basketball, you don't really have that many people you need to focus on. Really, you have the starting five of your main team, and then everybody else with the other teams, you can kind of have them be carried with like 1 or 2 stars. Kind of like the NBA where each team has like 1 to 3 stars that you can focus on, and then you have your own team that you kind of know all about. So with the smaller team, you can focus on the main cast, but also more so on the side characters as well. One of the small issues I had with Haikyuu is that there were just so many people to keep up with. When I got to the end of the series and they introduced everybody again, I literally could not recognize most of them. But yeah, Slam Dunk does a great job of giving enough attention and development to its main cast. Akagi is another character you meet early on. He's like your classic mentor in his last year trying to make something and win a championship. And I gotta say, Akagi and Sakuragi's relationship relationship is definitely one of my favorites in the series. Not only is it incredibly funny to see these two go back and forth, but also the development of it, seeing Sakuragi fall in love with basketball and Akagi slowly becoming more of a mentor, and then eventually they're just really good teammates. There's other people on the team, but I don't really want to spoil that. I'll just leave you with this. There's a character on the team that one of my friends literally cried at their character development within the story. So yes, it does get that deep and it's really that good. Oh yeah, also really quick, I want to give a shout out to Sakuragi's friends. I feel like they're the most underrated cast members of the whole entire series. They don't get that much screen time and they're mostly used to be funny, always bagging on Sakuragi for being goofy and failing. But those guys are some of the most ride or dies you'll ever meet. They're always supporting Sakuragi, going to his games, and whenever Sakuragi is in a pinch, those guys come through. I just love those guys. And honestly, if there were any weak characters, it would probably be Haruko. She's kind of like the cliche girl that Sakuragi's trying to impress, but at the same time she likes Rukawa, and I don't feel like she gets that much development in terms of the story, but she's not like annoying or anything. I still like her character, and there's been a lot worse. So yeah, all that together, the comedy, the plot development, the authenticity, combine all that together and you get the greatest sports series of all time, in my opinion, which is Slam Dunk. And a lot of other people seem to think so as well, because to this day, it's still the #1 selling sports manga of all time. As a matter of fact, it's 11th all time in terms of all manga sales. So clearly it's a series a lot of people felt connected to, and guess what? Despite it coming out in the 90s, both the anime and the manga, there's not a better time to watch it and read it than now. Because as I mentioned in my last Slam Dunk video, there is a Slam Dunk movie coming soon. And first off, the material they're gonna be adapting is some of the best stuff in the story. And second of all, modern animation with Slam Dunk is gonna be absolutely incredible. So there you have it. Those are my reasons why I think Slam Dunk is the GOAT. Go watch Slam Dunk if you have not already. But as always, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please hit that like button. To keep up with this channel, you gotta hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified. Thank you to all my King Pirates Elite members on YouTube and Patreon for supporting the channel. Be sure to follow me on Twitch, I'm DStreams. Follow me on Twitter, I'm DKing4, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.